Yep, that's me being brutally attacked by two Karens in real life. Let me tell you exactly how that happened. So, me and a few friends decided to go to Wales a couple of weeks ago to watch some rugby. I don't really know why I went. I don't even like rugby.
My first pint.
Oh no, that's why, of course. Any excuse to have some beers with the lads. But in all seriousness, it was a very fun day. We got the train from London in the morning, arrived in Cardiff in the afternoon. We had some beers, explored Cardiff a bit, had some more beers, prepared for the game to start in the evening. Oh, and then we had some more beers as well. Now, the game was great. Good atmos. Harlequins won. We had some beers. There was a pitch invasion. I somehow got engaged to my flatmate. A good time was had all round. Now, I know what you're thinking. How do we get from that, seemingly everything going well, everyone having a good time, enjoying themselves, to this?
Whoa, no, I'm scared.
But don't worry, we'll get to that, trust me. So, after the game, we go out in Cardiff and have a night out. And would you believe it? Nothing really happened. Nothing of note anyway. It was uneventful. Of course, a few more drinks were consumed and it was good fun, but no Karens in sight yet. Now, the problem occurred when the night was over and we were walking back to our hotel, which was, fortunately, just 5 minutes away from the city centre, an easy saunter back. That is where the problems started to arise. So my mate Alex was walking a little ahead of me and my mate Tom, and Harry, our other mate, was walking just a little bit behind. Now, right outside the hotel, just chilling on a wall. I don't really know what they were doing, having some drinks, relaxing. I'm not sure. With these two women, the stars of the show. Alex paid them no attention. Me and Tom didn't even notice them. But when Harry finally walked past, they said something to him. I'm not exactly sure what they said, but it was definitely something. And that is what started this whole altercation. You know what, actually, let's get Harry in here. Let's see what he has to say and what actually happened. So, Harry, what did those women actually say to you? Do you remember?
Okay, so basically, I was walking and these, two ladies were sort of standing by the side of the street, and one of them was eating a burger, and I sort of started talking to them, saying, what you up to? And then one of them was quite friendly, but then the other one, for some reason, got a bit aggy at me, proceeded to call me curtains, hence my hair. And then for some reason got really aggressive and started sort of pushing me. Sort of had a go at her for pushing me, and I said, I flipped it. So I said, if a man pushed a woman, the man would get arrested. But and then that obviously made her more angry, and then both of them started pushing me. And then that's when I sort of, I'll diffuse the situation and just walk away. And then the rest is history.
So anyway, I heard all this, I turn around and I start laughing because it's very funny. Just Harry walking back from a night out randomly just gets kind of jumped on by these two women who, I don't know why they even started chatting to him. They just did. And he was confused, and that was it. It seemed to me as if the two ladies, who clearly had a few drinks, were just taking the mick out of him. Now, I'm all for that, by the way. I love a bit of banter like that. So that's why I found it funny. You have to remember as well that our group had quite a few drinks, as you've seen, throughout the day. So I wasn't the most sober, and therefore I decided to get my phone out and start recording. Now, maybe this was not the best idea, I concede, but I wanted to capture the moment. It was funny. Harry just randomly getting abused by these two women from Wales. It's good stuff. Now, this is the clip that I get.
Beggar, what a scrap, what a scrap, what a scrap, what a scrap, what a scrap. Why are you nibbling? Well done.
The problem here, as you can tell, is that she has clearly taken offense to me recording her, which is fair enough, I would say. It's not great for someone to record you when you've clearly had a few beers and you're a bit drunk. But from my perspective, I was just recording my friend, in a weird situation which is not normal. And it's on public property. I'm allowed to film. That was my logic anyway. And it's funny. I wanted to watch it back later and say, well, what was going on there? I've been filming all day, recording little videos here and there. I thought, why not record this? It was jokes. Now, what happens next is that these women both follow us inside. Now, at this point, I stopped recording because I was like, okay, they're actually just going to walk towards us and come in. So I turn around with Tom. We walk into the foyer of the hotel, thinking that they're not going to come inside. But then they both come inside. And that is where it starts getting a little bit less funny and more just weird. Now, I don't know exactly why, but at this point, they just both get extremely angry. And look, you know, obviously they're Welsh. They're from Wales. So it's in their little Welsh accents, which makes it a little bit more funny. So at the start, we're all kind of messing around. Obviously, we're three kind of decently sized guys. I mean, I'm 6 foot and I'm the smallest of the three of us. So, you know, we're never in any like danger or anything. It was more just funny. But then, out of nowhere, these women just start getting super aggressive and like trying to grab my phone from my pocket and like nick it or something. I don't really know. That's what happens at first. And they're just screaming, as you can probably hear in the video, delete it, as in delete the recording, which I did end up doing, although recently deleted exists, so still got it. Sorry about that. But then, if you look at the video here again, they just randomly start grabbing me and at one point swinging punches at me. And now obviously I'm not going to hit these people or like shove them or anything. I was just like a bit taken aback, like what is going on? And this was all happening in the foyer of the hotel, right? Now you'd think that perhaps somebody would be there to stop this happening or diffuse the situation a little bit. And I was trying to diffuse it, don't worry. But yeah, the security, who you can see just here on the side of the video, did absolutely nothing. This bloke just sat there or stood there and just watched it happen. And that was his job, apparently. I mean, you can see here, he's just kind of standing off, not doing anything. And yeah, at the start, you can see that the ginger woman has like jumped at me and swung. Now, obviously, I go behind a pillar there, so you can't really tell exactly what happened. But yeah, the guy in white here is security. Apparently, that's being a security guard. I mean, who knows? He was a nice guy, but wasn't doing his job very well. Now, that video was filmed by Harry, the guy who I initially filmed, the guy who these women started on in the first place. I don't know what they said, making jokes or whatever. And he was kind of finding this all funny as well until they started like swinging punches and stuff. It was a bit weird then. And my other friend Tom is the guy in the video. Now, he was not happy with the security guard. He said, you know, you just not done your job there at all. What is going on? In fact, let's get him in. Let's see what he has to say. All right, Tom, I want your thoughts on the security guard and his performance that night.
What did I think of that specific security guard on that fateful day in Cardiff? Well, I made my feelings towards him abundantly clear. I wasn't very happy with him. I thought he was very unprofessional and quite frankly, weak. These people were not residents of the hotel that night. They were clearly very drunk and they were, well, how do I say it? Borderline assaulting us. Well, not really me. I was just sort of watching you. But yeah, I didn't take to him very well. I didn't, and I made that very clear to him, and he didn't like that either. I wasn't rude. I just said, don't think you're very good at your job, essentially. Something along those lines. But yeah, that hotel in Cardiff, I hope you are looking at your security policies, because that was not good enough.
So there we go. Yeah, scathing words there, but I think pretty valid. What do you think? Comment down below. Security guard not really doing anything, but... Now you might be wondering where our other mate Alex was during all of this. Now, somehow, he managed to miss this entirely. I'm not quite sure how, but remember I said he was a little bit ahead of us? He was about 30 seconds maximum ahead. He got into the foyer before us, of course, and before this all really started, and just got the lift up to our room before anything unfolded. When we did eventually get up to the room, we were met by this. So yes, that's why I've not gone to him for any comment during this video. I mean, he was chilling. He was sound asleep, having a great time. So there we go. That is the story of how I was attacked brutally by two Karens in real life. What an adventure. What do you guys think? Comment down below. Bit of an interesting video here. Not one that I'm gonna make regularly, I hope, as I don't hope to be attacked by Karens as a regular occurrence, but you never know, this could become a series. What do you think? Get your comments in down below. Just give me your thoughts on what you've seen there. People's performances out of 10, rate them. But yeah, that is gonna do it for this one. Nearly had my phone stolen, was swung at by a couple of drunk Welsh women, and other than that, I had a great time. I will say a little part of me was thinking the next morning that they might be there waiting with their posse to like batter us and send us back to England with bruises on all our faces. Now obviously that didn't happen. I presume they were extremely hungover like we were, but a good time was had by everyone all around. And that's it.